Okay, you're doing definition first. So how do you put that in your own words?
She did say it was on
A structure.
Well, where does
a structure that something that organizes stuff.
Where do you, when you visualize something, what do you do with your eyes?
You look.
Okay.
Down.
Research shows right, so then stick with the right. Stick with the right. That's the illustration. The left, Gabby, that's going to be your definition. Your definition. I don't want those words.
Okay.
I liked Andrew's words. In May of 2015, I received notification that somebody, I don't know who, had nominated me as a candidate for the 2015-2016 Teacher of the Year. And yesterday I was very fortunate that they selected me for the 2015-2016 Teacher of the Year. And now, from my understanding, is I have to fill out a huge portfolio and that will go on to the state level. And that has to all be in by January. So sounds like I'm going to be really busy in the next couple months here trying to get all of that filled out. I was very fortunate growing up that my parents provided myself and my sisters with a lot of opportunities. And when I moved to Austin, and not even necessarily just moved to Austin, when I got into the teaching field, I learned that every student is coming into the classroom with something different. Then you're going to use that vocabulary word in a sentence that you create. Please do.
For my birthday, my parents, I was super excited when my parents told me I got a doll.
That's what they told you? That's for real. I would be ecstatic too. I had a discussion with my homeroom, and a lot of them had never had McDonald's before, and I found that shocking, but they just didn't live near it. And then I found out a lot of kids had never gone sledding before, and to me, living in a state that has snow every single year, granted, Austin doesn't have a lot of hills, but they had never gone sledding. So we arranged for our entire class to meet at Skinner's Hill. It was meant to bring my students out and take them sledding and give them experience. And the highlight of that was seeing all of my students in my homeroom interact with each other. Kids that don't typically interact with each other were giving rides to each other, they were picking each other up, they were going down the hill together, they were racing down the hill together, they were running, they were laughing. It was incredible. Looking back also, I like to give my kids, I don't want them to sit at a desk and have to learn that way. We were learning about haiku poems last year, and every year I do this. I take them outside. It happens to be in the winter. We get in our snow gear and we go outside and we write haiku poems because haiku poems are about nature. So let's be in nature when we write them. We do a lot of work outside of the classroom in our FTLAs. We do a lot of work in the hallways, upstairs, downstairs, and it gets kids moving, it gets them more excited, it keeps them engaged. And when I look back in my classroom, I feel like, I feel like I do a really nice job of keeping my students engaged. I'm going to try my darndest to represent Austin Public Schools to the best I can.